I identify the most with the woman who has a green velvet ribbon around her neck and keeps being like, "Don't untie my neck ribbon or something really bad will happen," and then her husband unties a ribbon and her head falls off. This is extremely real to me. Spent my whole life like, please don't do this thing to me or really bad stuff will happen, and everyone around me being like, that sounds fake, and doing it anyway, and then my head fell off. Like, come on!
Too bad the prophet Cassandra never met Odysseus. They say if she made a prophecy, nobody would believe her. I've gotta say this is exactly the kind of stupid thing that would probably circumvent a curse.
I just don't think the Scientology speedrun trend is funny, because if people did that with any other religious institution...
Okay, guys, let's all go to the Scientology controversies page on Wikipedia and scroll a bit before continuing this thought. Let's just do this right now.
This argument doesn't work because we should do Vatican speedruns. Goodbye, 2023. Hello.
Egyptian words, Egyptian words, Egyptian words, Egyptian words, Egyptian words.
My Egyptologist friend says this is a very poorly, phonetically transcribed English phrase. This year I will get a mommy boyfriend. Okay, you weren't supposed to know that.
Okay, Walter White was actually pretty funny as a character because he was so toxic that seasoned drug lords were like, I cannot work with this man. I have to put my mental mouth. Okay, Walter White was actually pretty funny as a character because he was so toxic that seasoned drug lords were like, I cannot work with this man. I have to put my hental mouth first.
Does anyone else remember being a child and seeing the very neat handwriting of other little girls and somehow knowing that you were a different genre of person than they were? Literally no. I remember seeing bad handwriting and thinking, oh, these other kids must be orphans or something. Fascinating to hear from the other genre. Thanks for your contribution.
Holy shit. This guy on the bus talking to a girl about how he trades stocks, and she goes, have you seen American Psycho? And he said, no, I don't watch movies. I'm too busy trading. By the way, dating sucks as a concept. Meeting up with someone with the explicit goal of figuring out whether or not you want a relationship with them spoils the dynamic. It sucks. It's terrible. Fall in love with your friends like normal people. As expected, this one is a hit with the autism website. Titus Kaffa took a painting that used to be on the wall of Yale's corporation room, showing Elihu Yale with two other wealthy white men, with an enslaved black child in the background, and repainted it, crumpling it up and highlighting one part. It's called Enough About You. Now, this is art. When I first saw the original painting, I began to do some research on that little boy. I could find everything I wanted about every other detail in the painting, but there was nothing about him, no history. And so I wanted to find a way to imagine a life for this young man that the historical painting had never made space for in the composition. His desires, his dreams, family, thoughts, hopes. Those things were never subjects that the original artist wanted the viewer to contemplate. In order to reframe the discussion, I decided to physically take action to quiet and crumple the side of the painting that we'd been talking about for a very long time and turn up the volume on this kid's story. And that's the reason why I started that painting.
The sunk cost fallacy has been my favorite fallacy for as long as I can remember, so at this point it's probably too late to pick another one. I just heard about the recency bias, and honestly, I think it's gotta be the best one ever. I like the ad hominem fallacy. If you disagree, you're ugly, by the way.
I don't care how many beds there were. What is your book about? We're working at the mattress store? I am so fucking sorry. Can you ever forgive me?
Guy and man have different connotations with adjectival nouns. Like, tree guy equals arborist, but tree man equals he lives in a tree, or maybe he is a tree.
I know a guy equals I have useful contact. I know a man equals I am about to tell you a story.
He's a great guy
Equals he is pleasant and fun and well-intentioned. He's a great man equals he has saved countless lives and changed the world irrevocably. I saw a sci-fi short where the flag of a unified humanity was a Saw a sci-fi short where the flag of a unified humanity was a Paleolithic hand stencil, and it really stuck with me. Like, it's not neat or heraldic, but it's the oldest mark of ourselves. I'm still thinking about how perfect a flag this is for human space exploration. Shapes and symbols can change meanings between people and cultures currently, let alone hundreds or even thousands of years into the future. And what is the purpose of placing a flag on a foreign planet? It's a way to say, we were here. And the one immediate symbol that any other human who came to the same spot any number of years later would be able to recognize is a human hand. Even if governments change and collapse, we all understand a handprint. And if you found yourself somewhere where you wanted to mark humanity's presence but didn't have a flag with you, well, you have your own hand. God, I love space. The word you are looking for is selfish, not narcissist, not sociopath. Selfish.
Also, they're not gaslighting you, they just lied. I think being proud of where you come from is one of those things that becomes fun the more specific you get. Like, proud to be English. Bad, rancid vibes. Makes you sound like the kind of person who rants about immigrants. Proud to be from Yorkshire. Better vibes. I cannot deny the Yorkshire cultural heritage. Proud to be from Pocklington. Absolutely fucking hilarious. Please never let anyone kill your Pocklington pride. I love the USA. Weird vibes, don't trust that. I love Muskegon Itchigan. You are experiencing a kind of personal joy that I can and will not take from you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That was 15. Wow, okay, that might be enough for a video.